Hello grooming lovers! Today we have this sweet and a little bit scared Jack Russell. I already gave him a bath, cut his nails, cleaned his ears, shaved the hair between the pads, and I'm going to deshed him, and he sheds a lot. And I had already removed some undercoat when I was bathing him and when I was drying him. But I am going to take this rubber thing for deshedding because the Forminator does not help with his short hair, but in just a few seconds you're going to see how much he sheds. Look at that. And someone asked in one of my videos with a Jack Russell, do you have to do this with your dog? And the answer is no, you do not have to do it. Nothing wrong and nothing bad will happen to your dog if you do not deshed it. But if you want this hair out of your carpet, out of your clothes, your furniture, it is better for you to deshed your dog. You can see I'm not hurting him. If this was a husky, if someone asked, do you have to deshed a husky? I would say yes. You have to get the undercoat out, especially in the summer, because if you don't get the undercoat brushed out, your husky is going to be too warm. And not just husky, also Samoyeds and Akitas and breeds like that, even Pomeranians and German Spitz. You have to do it. If you have a husky, you know how much husky sheds, and please, you have to remove that. You can see hair is everywhere. His face, table, and we're just getting started. As I said, while I was bathing him, also a lot of this hair fell out. And when I was drying him, because I'm using this dog blow dryer, of course, high velocity, and it just blows the undercoat, but there's a lot of undercoat that stayed, as you can see. And this is normal for this breed. It's nothing special. So if you want to buy a Jack Russell, you have to know that he is going to shed, or her, or she. And they normally shed the most on their neck, on their butt, and the tail. And this is just crazy. I mean, it's normal, but it's crazy. I think that I'm going to call this video oddly satisfying Jack Russell Deshedd, because it actually is satisfying to watch this. And he's a good boy. He's now more relaxed. Okay, he's now shedding less than he was in the beginning, which is good. And you can never say, okay, I done the de-shedding, he's not shedding anymore. He's always going to shed, more or less. But that's why we're doing our best that he sheds less. But you can never say, oh, I done a de-shedding, he's not going to shed like for 2 weeks or a month at all. That's not happening. This is a Jack Russell and he's going to shed. And it's not like only Jack Russells are shedding this much, it's every dog with short hair. And pugs and Labradors and Rottweilers and Golden Retrievers. Okay, Golden Retrievers don't have that short hair, but Boxers and I don't know. And I think it's great that people can watch this video or some others video where someone de-sheds a dog and say, oh, I didn't know that about that breed, and I was planning on buying that breed, but I did not know that they shed that much, so I will maybe consider a different breed that does not shed. And people should do that before buying a dog. They should ask everything about the dog and read everything about the dog, about the coat, about the health, about how much running they need, how much food, blah blah blah, everything. Because it happens that persons buy a dog because they find it cute, they find it interesting, they buy or get some dog breed that is not for them. And some of these dogs end up on the streets because the owner was not responsible enough. And that's why it's great to make this type of videos where the owners will learn something and maybe say, okay, Jack Russell is definitely not for me, and I will get a poodle or a bichon, or I don't know. Unfortunately, a lot of owners buy a dog and do not know how much the grooming will cost, the food will cost, I don't know, wet not the vet, the veterinarian will cost if something happens, and they just buy a dog and they not have money for them. So please guys, before you buy any dog, ask someone who understands the breed. Google that breed, I mean, find out everything about the coat, about the character of the dog, about what does that dog need, and then think again and say, is this dog right for me? And if it is, then you can get that dog. But don't be like, oh, my friend has a Jack Russell, he's so cute, he's so funny, I am going to get one. And then you buy one and find out they're shedding a lot and it does not work for you. And guys, he's not going to shed when you buy it. When you buy a dog, he's a puppy and he's not going to shed. The shedding will start, I don't know, like after 6 months or more. And at first they're not going to shed much, then they're going to shed more and more. And it's stressful for the dog to change their owner after a year or two, after you find out that this dog does not work for you, that it's not for you. And there's a lot of owners that like buy a dog or adopt a dog like a poodle or a bichon or a Maltese dog, and when they call to ask for grooming, when they hear how much it costs, they're like, oh, that costs that much, I wasn't expecting that, blah blah blah. And even when they came, the dog is often matted because they did not brush them. They did not know much about it. And when you say it's going to be even more expensive because the dog is matted and you have to demat it, they're like shocked. And you also have to count on flea and tick protection, like Next Guard or Foresto or something like that. That also costs, and it's just a lot of stuff. And the thing that I would advise the future buyers of this type of dog, like a small dog that sheds, is don't buy a dog, adopt a dog. There are a lot of dogs in dog shelters that are similar to this size, Jack Russell size, and they are short-haired, short-coated, and they shed. So in some things they are very similar to Jack Russell, and it's very much better to adopt a dog. You're doing a good thing. That dog is going to be thankful for the rest of his life. So I'm always about that. Adopt and don't shop. And some of you asked me, do I have a dog? And the answer is no. I'm currently living with my parents in a flat, so we don't own a dog. Maybe one day I will, but it will probably be a bigger mixed breed from dog shelter, because those are the dogs I like the most. I mean, I like to work with little dogs and big dogs, but if you ask me what dog do I get, I would say a big dog. You can see how much hair is on this. Let's take it out. Okay guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to continue deshedding him for about half an hour. And I just wanted to show you how much these guys shed. And that's it. I don't want to make this video too long. So thank you for watching. And hopefully I'll see you soon.